from the assignment from yesterday. So, alrighty. So on this one, again, we're just going to set them up on the letter G. On the letter G, it says, Tom's red cycle travels 50 feet in every 3 pedal turns. Did we do some of these yesterday? I think we did.
Yes. So we did some of them.
So we did some of I know, that's all we want to do. Which is the first one that, where did we end? Did we do this one with the copper and the nickel?
You can't see it.
Oh, okay, it's on freeze, thank you.
We did up until J.
Up until J, okay, good, thank you now. Alrighty, so we're going to set the last couple up and then we'll be done with this. So it says on the letter K, again, you can put it on your same paper as yesterday. It says on the stock exchange, 100 shares of Pizzazz Corp stock are selling for $4.25. How many shares can be purchased for 1,000? Who knows what is the ratio of the two things that go together? There you go. So it's 100 shares for $425. Okay. And then how many shares can be purchased for 1,000? Where would the $1,000 go? On the bottom. I'm debating whether we should do this. And I'm looking for how many shares. If I cross multiply, no, I don't want to do it. Okay. I could actually do this one because I could reduce this and this by 25. And again, I still might not finish it because I just want to get this set up. How many quarters in 100? How many quarters in $1? 4. So that top number is 4. And then in $1, there's 4. But I've got $4. 4 times 4 is 16. Plus one more quarter is 17. And it's equal to 1 over 1,000. And then you could, the only thing you could do is cross multiply and divide. But we're not going to do it. But I just want you to know what you could do. So let's go ahead and go to the letter, the last one. I've seen this on a test before. Is how many eggs did he need for the 288 loggers at camp? So it says the cook scrambled 20 eggs for every 3 loggers. Do we have our ratio?
20 eggs for 3 what?
Do we have our ratio? What are the two things that go together? The 20 eggs for every 3 loggers. And then it says, how many eggs did he need for 288 loggers? Where would I put the 288? Would I put the 288 with the eggs or with the loggers? With the loggers. So 288. And we're looking for then how many eggs. All right. This one I'm going to go ahead and solve 8 and 8, 16, 17, 18. All right. And by the way, I know 3 will go into this. How do I know 3 will go into that? It's the rule of when you add them up, if the number is divisible by 3. 8 and 8 is 16, 17, 18. 18 is divisible by 3, so 3 will go into that. So I'm still going to cross multiply, but I'm not going to multiply them together. So it's going to be 3e is equal to 288 times 20. Because again, I left it like that because I know that 3 goes into that 288. I just have to find out how many times. So 288 is that a 9? And that goes in there 6. Okay. So 3 goes into 3 once, 3 goes into that 96 times. How do I get my final answer? What do I do with these two? Multiply them. And again, I'm going to stick the 0 out because I just need to say 0 times anything is 0 and bring it down. And then 2 times 6 is 12. That's 18, 19. And that is it. So that is going to be E is equal to 1,920. And that's it. So you will probably have maybe 2 out of all of these problems on the test, and it will be the easiest ones there. So we are going to start, I don't know, it'll be after our break.
Yay.
Okay. So I'm going to pass this out. And then I'm going to come around and check it wasn't good. And so put all your papers together, maybe inside, and I'll check that with just a little bit. Just put all your papers inside the packet. And you can set it maybe on a table behind you. There we go. And bottom here. Get some more line papers. Set that between the two down. Probably going to need 2 sheets. Do we have any extra?
Thank you.
What can you do somewhere here? Okay. Alrighty. These start off, all of these pages are basically the same. So once we do 1 or 2, the rest of it you should be able to do. But there's an element that's different today that is very important, and we'll look at it second. The first thing we're going to look at is our regular old ratio and proportion. So go down to the number 3, and on the number 3 it says, when measuring distance, 12 beads are approximately equal to 6 erasers. How many erasers are equal to 18 beads? So do you have, it is warm in here, do you have a ratio of 2 numbers that go together?
Yes.
Which 2?
12 and 16.
That's it.
You go to the radar, see if you can get it down.
Here you go, Tyler.
I'll send you a text. So again, on this one, it is going to be 12 over 6. So make sure that you're labeling at 12 beads to every 6 erasers. So this is your number 3, and let me send her a note.
Yeah, you need that. I don't know. Let that works.
Warm in
Just give me a little bit.
210. Could we get okay. Alrighty, so here we go. So it says, then how many beads are equal to 42 erasers? Where would I put the 42?
Oh, we're doing that one?
Yes, we're doing the number 3.
No, but.
Oh, there's 2. Okay. How many erasers are equal to 18? I didn't see that. Okay. How many erasers are equal to 18 beads? Where would I put the 18?
On top.
On the top. And then, what's that?
There's not 2 trees. Yeah.
So am I reading it wrong? Oh, no, it's got 2 question marks.
Yeah, I got 2 questions. So there's 2 problems.
So there's 2 problems. And they're both using the same ratio. So again, on the second one, it's, again, you're going to use your 12 beads to every 6 erasers. On the second question, it asks you how many beads will you need to equal 42 erasers. So where am I going to put the 42 erasers?
On the bottom.
On the bottom. Now this second one is very easy because doesn't 6 times something give you 42? 6 times what?
8.
7.
6 times 7. So 12 times 7 is, 12 times 7 I believe is 84. And then, but on this one, does anybody see without cross multiplying how I could solve this one?
Times 1.5.
One way is reducing, but another way is going in the direction here. In other words, 12, so you can go across, you can go up and down. 6 is how much of 12?
2.
Is half. So guess what our answer is going to be? Half of 18. What's half of 18? Is 9.
Well, what's 6 times 1.5?
What's that?
What's 6 times 1.5?
I don't know, but I wouldn't do that. I would either do this, or I would do, I think it was Vanessa, I would reduce it. Divided by 6 is 2 over 1. And then I could go straight across times 9 times 9. And so my answer is still 9. So the E is equal to 9. And on this one, the B is equal to 84. Okay. Then, so that's pretty cut and dry. So it was E is equal to 9. The B is equal to 84. This one is cut and dry. Number 4. So on the number 4, let's set it up. It is 5 pizzas, cost $60. What do 9 pizzas cost you?
What will?
What will?
Are you kidding?
No, that's just, I'm just shortening it. All right. So who can tell me what you could do on this one?
Reduce 5 over 62. 1 over 12.
You could, but again, is 5 times something 60?
Yes.
5 times what?
12.
5 times 12. So watch those so you don't have to reduce or anything. 5 times 12 is 60. So 9 times 12, and we would just have to work it out. $108. And then, yeah, the other way, by the way, is you could always, cross multiplying always works, except I wouldn't multiply the numbers together. I would divide it by 5, and we end up doing the same thing as reducing this out and getting the same answer, 108. So this one is, the pizza's cost is, the cost is 108. All right, this one is simple. So we're doing the simple ones, and then we'll get to the harder ones. So the first one here is the number 5, 6 peppers. Thank you. Stuffed peppers cost $36. What will 12 stuffed peppers cost? Where am I going to put the 12? On the top. This one is easy that you can just do what? By what? Oh yeah, if you were going down this way, you could have multiplied by 6, or going this way, you could have multiplied by 2. Who thinks they know the answer?
36 times 2.
Which is? 72.
That's what I said.
So the cost here is 72. We're going to save this one just for a moment. We're going to look at this type. All right. Is 3 to 4 equivalent to 15 to 20? So the first number goes with the first one here. 3 times what would give me 15?
5.
So I have to multiply 5 on both of these. 3 times 5 is 15, but is 4 times 5 20? Yes. So this one is true. Okay. Then the next one. 2 times what would give me 30?
15.
15. So I have to multiply this by 15. 2 times 15 is 30, but is 5 times 15 20?
No.
No. And in fact, I should have seen this right away because this is a 2, and the one right next to it is larger. This is 30, and then one right next to it is smaller. So it is not equivalent. Then what about the number 9? It is true. Times 2 is 6 and 8. And then here's the, this last one, number 10, is again plain vanilla ratio proportion. 10 glasses cost $40. How much do 20 glasses cost? Where am I going to put the 20? On the top. And can we do this one without cross multiplying?
Yeah.
So I could either go 10 times 4 is 40, and 20 times 4 is 80, or I could go straight across times 2 times 2. What is the answer?
80.
It is $80. So the cost is 80. All right. But now we're going to get into some different, and I forget the name of these are called. It's a different type of rate. What's that? Well, no, but it's the type of problem that it's called. You'll see in a second. So it says, a Java book, which is a computer language, is comprised of like basic or core Java language and advanced Java language in the ratio of 7 to 2. So they're talking about core and advanced. The core, does the core go with the 7 or the 2? The 7, if that was mentioned first, it's almost always the order that it's going to be written, except one problem on here will not be. So core and advanced. So we're going to set that up. It is going to be 7 to 2. Okay. And then it says, and this is for number 1. It says, how much of each type of content will be needed to make a book of 450 pages? Well, wait a second. Is that 450?
Wait a minute.
Is that 450 pages of the core, or is it 450 pages of the advanced, or is it both? It is both. So what am I going to do?
Uh-oh, we have a problem.
Uh-oh, spaghetti-o.
We do have a problem. So when I see that this is a total, so this is totally different, then you need to go ahead and make a total right here. And I can't put 450 because 7 plus 2 is not 450. I have to add these up. What's 7 plus 2 is 9. And then where would I put the 450? Would I put it next to the core, next to the advanced, or next to the total?
Total.
The total. Now I'm going to show you this 2 different ways.
Your voice.
All right, it's going. All right, so one way is I've got to find the C. So one way is I'm going to take the 7 and the 9 and the C and the 40. So I'm going to put that over here. I'm going to take the 7 and the 9, and it goes with the C and the 450. And then to get the advanced, I'm going to put my A here, and I'm going to take these right here. I'm going to put the 2 and the 9, and the A and the 450. Okay. Then, can anybody see what I'm going to multiply 9 times to get 45, 0? 9 times what? Joelle, put all that away.
Oh, my bad.
Yes, you're being bad. Is 9 times 5 with a 0. You're right, it's 50. And if I do it times 50 here, I do it times 50 here. 7 times 50 is what? 350. So the core pages are going to be 350. The advanced pages, again, what do I have to multiply 9 times to get it to be 450? times 50 again. And so 2 times 50 is
100.
100. Does 350 and 100 add up to be my total pages?
Yes.
Yes, 450. But now that we did that, there's a shorter way. If you see you have to get a total, I can work everything right here. 9 times what is going to give me 450? Is times 50. Well, all I need to do then is multiply this 2 times 50 and this 7 times 50. 7 times 50 is 350. 2 times 50 is the 100. And do these two add to 450?
Yes.
Yes. So this is a shortcut way that we're going to be using in just a couple minutes on another one. So the answer here is C is equal to 350. A is equal to 100. All right. Then the number 2. On the number 2 it says there's 30 boys and girls they've planned for a picnic. There's a ratio of 3 girls to 7 boys. How many boys are there? Do we have our ratio? What is our ratio? Is 3 to 7. So go ahead and put on your number 2. It's 3 girls to 7 boys. But my question is, where am I going to put this 30? Does that belong to the girls or does that belong to the boys?
Boys.
Read, what does it say?
Oh, girls. And
Thank
boys.
you. So it's the what?
Total.
It's the total. If I see that they gave me a total, I need to total these numbers. What's 3 and 7? 10. So when there's 3 girls, 7 boys, there's a total of 10. And now we're going to do it that easier way. How many total are going to the picnic? Where am I going to put that total?
Girls.
Sir Joel, is that 30 girls?
Oh.
So you're going to put it on the total. And now, again, shortcut way, 10 times what is going to give you 30?
3.
So just multiply each of these by 3. So 3 times 3 is what? 9. 7 times 3 is 21. Does 9 and 21 equal 30? Yes, no, maybe? Yes, it does. Thank you. So there we go. So the girls is, I think they did turn on the air. The girls is 9. The boys is 21. Okay. And then go down to this number 6. So this one is different in one aspect, is they gave you some extra information right here. It says, Mr. Jeff divided his money in a ratio of 4 to 2 between John and Jack. I would have thought that the John goes with the 4 and the Jack goes with the 2. However, it says John got this, well, in fact, I'll put my 4 over 2, and then we'll figure out who goes with what. Is John got the smaller amount of 1256. Which one of these is the smaller number? The 2. So if John got the smaller amount, he gets the smaller part of the ratio. And the other person is Jack. So you have to be careful on the problems like that where they give you a little bit extra information. So John got 1256. And we're looking for how much did Jack get? Does anybody know how I could do this? Oh, I know how I could do this. This time I'm going to go, I could, but could I go this way? Watch carefully. In the direction of the unknown. Could I go that way? 2 times what will give me 4? Times 2. So guess what I multiplied this by? By 2. So again, you can go any which way on these proportions. So it's going to be 1256 times 2. That's going to be 12. And that is it. So Jack must have gotten 2512. Let me be mindful of your time. Oh my goodness. Okay. What's that? So we're done with that page. Okay. And if you notice, there was worksheet 1. This is worksheet 2. Worksheet 3. I think I'm trying to decide which ones I'm going to have you do. Is because of the interest in time, I'm just going to have you do 1, 2. Oh, I didn't do one like this one, so we're going to do one like this one. 1, 2, 3, and 6. You don't. Okay. On worksheet 2, 1, 2, 3, and 6. On worksheet 3, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 6. Okay. And remember, on this one, James got the smaller amount, so kind of watch that wording. On this one, Brian got the smaller amount. All right. So we're going to do this one, the number 3, and then I'll leave you alone. It says, when measuring time, 8 concerts are approximately equal to 6 symphonies. So 8 concerts is equal to 6 symphonies. Is where they play music, string music. Okay. How many symphonies are equal to 28 concerts? Where would I put the 28 concerts? On the top. Okay. And I'm looking for the number of symphonies. But there's a second question. It says how many concerts are equal to 42 symphonies? So I'm going to use my same ratio, 8 concerts to 6 symphonies. Where am I going to put the 42 symphonies? On the bottom. So this second one actually is very easy. Who knows a quick way how I could get that answer? On this one here? Divide? Do I have to do any division? Oh, I'm sorry. That's an S. Doesn't 6 go into 42? So I could just multiply straight across times what? Times 7 times 7. So C equals the 56. But on this one, you could either reduce. Do you want to reduce or do you want to cross multiply? I'll show you again a cross multiply where I don't really multiply it. So 8 times S is 8S. And then I'm just going to put 6 times 28. But when I divide by the 8, I'm going to break that up and go 2 times 4. Does 2 go into the 6? Yes, no, maybe? Joelle, does 2 go into the 6?
2 go into 6?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's reduce it. You should be writing this, getting this down. And does 4 go into 28?
Yes.
So we can reduce that. 4 goes into 28 7 times. Our final answer is what?
3 times 7.
3 times 7, which is 21. So there it is. So the symphony is equal to 21. The concert is equal to 56. And by the way, starting on this page, those answers are down here.
Okay.
51, 56, and 21. So you're going to do 1, 2, we just did 3.
26 and 21, right?
21 and 56. 21 and 56. All right, you're doing 1, 2, 3, 6 on this page, and 1, 2, 3, 6 on worksheet number 3. And that's it, girls and boys. And yes, you can.
Can I go get my water bottle?
Yes. Well, I can stop that.